It is 8:40 News Talk Saga 960 Raw. Mike Richards along with David Bastel, and also in the it's funny. We just talked about the environment and what it's like during this lockdown, and I mentioned the word oppressive because that's what it feels like now. This inability to see friends and family, parents, grandparents, even things like going to the mall, which for some people, if you get depending on the age of your family, that was just something you did on the weekend. Shopping was something that was enjoyable. When you have those things taken away from you, there's a lot of things that go on aside from the fact that the pandemic and the variation of COVID-19, which is a little scary. Do you do enough to, should something seep into your collective, are you taking stuff and are you, making sure your immune system can take it on? At least you feel relatively safe and healthy during the time of a lockdown. Easier said than done, except Bell has made it a lot easier because they do have products. Now, when it comes to those kinds of products, I guess we need to go to Nutrition House, of course, Square One, Mississauga, and talk to Dave Park, who knows all and sees all. Ooh, that's what it says on his business card. I see all. You talk like that, Dave?
Morning, Dave.
Hey, how's it going, David?
What does it say in your business card? Does it say something like that?
My business cards are being made right now, so it's actually in process. It's in like the beta stage because it's always changing. From
Mike's just giving you a good idea.
Yeah, how about that? That's free, by the way. You're welcome.
And on the back, like skull and crossbones, like this.
There you go.
Well, I don't know if you, when your particular field, if you want skull and crossbones, that's generally a bit of a turnoff. So what are we thinking these days, Dave? I mean, this is such a strange life that we live, and for a lot of people, they're just so unsure. They watch the television, they see 3,000-4,000 people a day, they see COVID numbers, and sometimes there's a little panic, there's a little fear. We're told to stay in, so we do stay in for the most part. But what can they do beyond just being safe and keeping distance from other human beings? There must be some other way to sort of just make sure on a regular basis that you're building yourself up.
Well, I think it's important that we're always tied to our homes, we're tied to the TVs and the screens, but we are able to go out for a little bit. The government has said, go outside, get some exercise, and that's so important. Yesterday, I went to the lakeside with my kids, and going there is just a recharging event there. Like we go there, and then all of a sudden, our smiles come up on our faces. We have this energy. We breathe in the nice breeze, the cool air. And I think, getting back to the nature of things, like getting back to what Mother Earth can give us, it's amazing. And that being said, there's a lot of products that Bell Lifestyles have used from the ground up. Like they've captured these products, and they've made these amazing products for our immune system. One of them in particular, which I really like, is something called the Supreme Immune Booster, which is so important right now. So very important. There's a few other ones that I like from Bell Lifestyles a lot that really kind of are the products that we should turn to right now.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. Number 52 Supreme Immune Booster. I've been taking this since probably, I'm going to say October, just to use it as a maintenance, as far as just a daily maintenance, not anything for any reason other than to maintain levels and so forth. What is good about it that you like, Dave, and why is it important?
Mushrooms, it is with mushrooms, and a lot of people, like even myself, I don't really like eating mushrooms, compared to like burgers. But like, for example, like let's say you have a tree in your backyard, and then one day maybe like a storm hits it and crashes it, and parts of the tree like breaks off. Within a couple months, you'll see mushrooms growing on that tree to sustain that tree, to keep that tree living and surviving. Once you take off that mushroom, the tree will wilt and fall and rot. So mushrooms, they play an important role in our society and in our ecosystem, where you might be walking in the summer or spring one day, you might be walking down the street, you see a mushroom, You walk down the street the next day, it's not there. So mushrooms are very fleeting. They're kind of strange and weird. So we're not really into looking through it, but there's a lot of studies and research that shows the benefits of how mushrooms can really support and modulate our immune systems. They kind of work with our immune systems to fight off fungus, parasites, bacteria, all these nasty things that come into in our day to day. So it's good that you're taking these things, David. Like I'm sure that since October, November, you haven't felt sick very much.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
That is true, because generally, Dave, you would probably get a cold, like as we're doing the show,
Yeah.
I'd say at least a couple of times within the year.
Oh yeah, big time. Like
But
people, if they don't want to take their over-the-counter medications or over-the-counter nasal puffers or drugs, they'll come to us. They'll come to the health food store, the local community health food store, come in sick, walking through, and they want to take some things because sometimes the heavy over-the-counter medications, it just doesn't work well with them. It doesn't jive them. They might feel really drowsy, or they feel lethargic, or their mental capability have diminished a bit when they're using it because of the side effects. So yeah, taking natural health products are amazing because the side effects are nil.
Yeah. So my combination, well, not before I go to bed, but kind of when things are starting to slow down. So you're talking about 7, 8 o'clock at night, the kids are already starting to go to bed. I still have a couple hours of watching TV, doing work, whatever the heck I'm doing. So I have one pill of the Supreme Immune Booster, and I also have a pill of a zinc, because the zinc kind of naturally not calms me down, but I guess kind of gets me ready for I'm supposed to go to bed soon. Things aren't supposed to, just relax kind of thing. And I love that combination.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of like formulas for men that have zinc in them, which is like a nighttime formula.
Yes.
Got a little bit of zinc because we don't need that much zinc, but you take that little bit of zinc, great for men, also good for women, but amazing for men, very good for healing wounds. It's a type of mineral, trace mineral. It's almost a trace mineral where it really supports the prostate gland, and of course we have big issues with that being men.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now,
So another product that I wanted to touch on is the cold and flu immune support. It's a formula that's really, really good by Bell, where it has multitude of different things: echinacea, elderberry, olive extract. There's a lot of good. It's a nice pair with the immune booster, with the Supreme Immune Booster. Right here. Yeah.
so the cold and flu, is number 25 for those listening and watching here this morning. Cold and flu immune support is number 25. Now, as I said, some of these things you can take in coordination with others. You would take some of these at the same time, and it's not a problem, correct?
Yep. It's like salad. It's like eating tomato, carrot, lettuce.
Yeah.
Adding
It's
some of that. Seeds.
And that's why it's not going to, as opposed to pharmaceuticals, where you start mixing those things around, and you're probably going to get a really bad effect. I take a look at some of these, like Virux. What is that? What? Now, just so you know, Virux is number 42, but I've got it here at home, but I've never used it.
Okay. So if you're the kind of person that might have cold sore breakouts, or the herpes virus that that you've had it once or twice before, when you hit that stressful time in your life, it's going to come back. It's going to rear its ugly head, and it's going to come back. So you want to use something like the Virux. It keeps it at bay. There's also some herbs in here that will increase your white blood cell count. So really, really great for just fighting off any kind of infection that you've got. Especially like infections, they tend to stay around for a very long time. You want to rev up your immune system and take that Virux. Virux is amazing. All listeners of Raw Mike Richards show also get a 10% discount. I was gonna say 15, but then that's a little bit too high. You know what? We'll make it 15% discount.
Keep it at 10.
We'll make it 15. No, we'll make it 15.
Oh, 50.
So all Mike Richards show listeners, 15% off.
Oh, that's great. I will throw that. That is going out today. That's fantastic.
Great idea.
So yeah,
Yeah,
our-
absolutely.
great.
David, where just because you are a regular listener, but for anybody or contributor to our show, but for anybody listening that is hearing you for the first time, where are you located? What are your hours of operation? And obviously, an essential service that you provide, which is fantastic, especially at this time.
I feel that we are essential, although customers can't really step into our store at this time. We are located in Square One Shopping Center. Square One has changed it up a bit, where now that a lot of the stores have closed their gates, they've created a centralized pickup area. So there's designated spaces within the mall. You enter through an entrance 7, and then there's a centralized pickup where we meet you, and we'll just drop off your product. So just give us a call, 905-275-1264. Tell us what you need. We'll meet you at the centralized pickup, but I'm also offering free delivery as well. So I've been delivering like a madman within the last few months. I did a delivery this morning in Credit Woodlands, and while I was listening to you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great, yeah. It was great.
Well, good for you.
I like that.
I mean, it's amazing, what you kind of need to do to survive in these times. But I think it's also made some of us do things we normally wouldn't do that aren't necessarily bad. I mean, the one thing about your particular service and what you offer, that it's personal, right, Dave? I mean, if I come in looking for something about my particular, what I'm going through, it's nice if I have a personal relationship with Dave Park, who runs the store. I think that's a good thing.
I think it's very personal. I mean, a stranger could walk in and they would tell me about their bowel movements.
Yeah.
How personal is that?
Yeah.
You can really talk to your friends about that necessarily. Yeah. But we're listening to it, or whether it's someone coming in wanting to, they feel depressed. They don't want to take anti-anxiety medication, or they don't want to take antipsychotics even, right? So we have to be very, very delicate, at the same time supportive, and we're going to always be here. We've got a good team here at Square One Nutrition House, and we're always here to help the community all the time.
Well, and that's the great thing about Bell. It's local, made right here in Mississauga. Like it's supports people here locally, which was always great. Now, before I let you go, is there anything Leaf or Raptor related that is on your mind? This is your chance now. Your chance.
I do. Yeah, I heard the other caller calling in with you guys. You had an interview with another gentleman. He was talking about Tom Brady.
Yes. Yeah,
and how he took off his helmet, and you see glowing locks and how young he looked.
Yes.
You know what? You know why? It's the longevity and good health formula. This is the formula that he's using.
Oh, it is. Now, it's a Bell product.
Has managed to contact him. I don't know how. I think it's through the Raptors, through the Tampa Bay, and then managed to get to Tom Brady's son. He's been using this product, and that's why he looks 23.
See, I didn't know that. So Tom Brady is a fan of Bell Lifestyle products.
Oh, of course he is.
Learn something every day.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. It's working. Whatever he's doing, he looks like he is 22 years old.
QB sneaks when they're 44.
Yeah. What's your Super Bowl prediction, David? Now that we're down to final 4 teams,
Raptors in 6.
Hey, I better start winning. Never mind Raptors in 6.
Yeah,
the 40-year-olds are on my team, so I'll be a Tampa Bay supporter for sure.
A Tampa Bay supporter. Dave, always great catching up. Right? Always great catching up with you. We will tell our listeners too. We will throw that later out on today about a 15% discount too, going to Nutrition House, which is
1-5. Yes. No, it sounded like 50. There's a 1-5. It's not a 5.
Oh yeah, no, I said 1-5.
Yeah. Nice.
Can you imagine 50% off everything in the store? Everything must go. What's happening with the Park family? Are they gambling? Are they gambling on sports again? Look, you take care. I'm sure we'll talk to you again real soon. It's always so much fun, Dave. And hey, maybe one time we actually physically get to see each other, actually be in the store. Wouldn't that be something nice one day?
One day soon, I hope.
Yes, it would be. Hey, you take care, Dave, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Thanks, David.
Thanks, Dave.
That is Dave Parka from Nutrition House, by the way. That's in Square One in Mississauga. We'll get all that information out later on today.
Free delivery as well, which is
But
big time key
yes,
in
yeah,
this time of
yeah,
our world right now. So
that's right.
take
Yeah.
advantage of that.
Yeah, but don't kill him on it. Like, don't go, oh, by the way, can you also stop and get a pizza? And also, can you go by the liquor store and pick up a jug of rye? No, he's not doing that. He's a good guy. But no one's that good.